I went from this to reset my focus using a secret Japanese principle that helps you know exactly when to step away and why it makes you better when you come back. If you had told me years ago that I'd be living in Japan, doing what I love, and actually making it work, I would have thought, yeah, that's the dream. And honestly, it is. But today, I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel stuck exactly. I'm just off, like I'm moving through my days instead of actually being in them. So I'm leaving Tokyo for a few days, not to escape, but to reset. Because there's actually a right way to step out of your routine, and when you do it the right moment, it doesn't just refresh you, it pushes you forward. And let me show you what I mean. As a Japanese Zen garden designer in Tokyo, I've learned some unique ways to apply Japanese to my life. There's this Japanese idea called Rensai Banbi. Basically, it means stepping away so that you can see things from a fresh perspective. You ever rewatch a movie you loved as a kid and suddenly catch all the little details you never noticed before? It's the same movie, it's the same scenes, but you're looking at it a little bit different now. That's the power of leaving a routine with intention. You don't just come back feeling refreshed, you come back seeing things differently, and honestly, I need that right now. Getting out here to Nozawa Onsen, it's really different. There's no rush, no packed trains. It's a lot of more open space, and I feel like I have a real moment to experience things. In my normal routine in Tokyo, it's all about focus, work, and efficiency. You can get into that mindset. But here, I just get to look forward to wiping out every 5 minutes on the slopes and having fun. It's crazy how just moving differently changes how you think. Kenmei-ji temple isn't famous. It's not like the kind of place people go out of the way to visit, but it feels good to be here. There's no expectation, no rush. It's just the sound of the snow melting off the roof and the scent of cedar in the air. For once, I didn't feel the need to check my phone or think about what to do next. I was just admiring what's in front of me. It's a reminder of how much of my life I've spent filling every empty space, always moving, always planning, always reaching for the next thing. When you have this realization, it starts to click that maybe the problem wasn't a routine itself, but how you were showing up in it. There's this Zen saying, when the water is too turbulent, you can't see your reflection. And that really makes sense for me because I've been running my days at full speed and I wasn't even seeing where I was going. But sitting here in this quiet, I realized something. My routine wasn't the issue. I just wasn't in it anymore. There's another thing I've learned in Japan. Balance isn't just work and reset. It's also solitude and connection, focus and release. Leaving Tokyo wasn't about just slowing down. It was about showing up for moments like this. This is video.
No fucking way.
In the back of my head, I know that Tokyo will be waiting for me when I get back. The routine is there, the work and the responsibilities. But for now, I'm here and that's enough. I didn't come here looking for some big realization, but I think that's why I found one. So, how do you know when it's time to step away? It's about recognizing when your focus is slipping, when everything starts feeling like a blur, when your days start blending together, and when you stop questioning your routine. That's your cue. That's when you leave, not to escape, but to reset. Step away with a purpose so that when you return, you're not just picking up from where you left off, you're moving forward. This town is filled with public baths scattered all around, and it's usually visited by locals. And instead of going to the bath in my hotel, I decided to go try one of these out. And it was just me. I had it all to myself for a few moments until an older man walked in, and you can tell that he's a local. He just waltzed in. He knew where everything was at. He was owning the place, and we're sitting there in the hot bath. I'm enjoying it, and he just nods to me. I'm not too sure what he was saying. There was this moment I really remember, and it was just like he was confirming how amazing this is to just stop, let the slow pace of life, be with me. And I like that I took this break to get out of my routine, to get out over here. And I'm glad for that moment. It's gonna be something that I'm gonna remember. So was leaving worth it? 100%. But not because I needed to escape, not because Tokyo was the problem, but because I needed space to actually see my own life again. Put it all in perspective. And if you're feeling like I was, like your routine is starting to feel too rigid, too repetitive, and you're just going through the same motions, don't just run away. Step out of it with intention because sometimes the best way to move forward is just to take a step back first. If you want to see more of my life in Japan, YouTube thinks that you should watch this video next.